Okay, when you're doing this exercise of sighting the open doorway, we're going to be working with our plastic picture plane. So you're going to be sitting down and you're going to be holding up that plastic picture plane, and you're going to have your erasable marker there. And we're going to be looking at the negative spaces or drawing outlines on our picture to make sure that everything matches, so that oftentimes when we draw an open doorway, you think you know what a doorway looks like, so you draw it from memory rather than how it actually looks when you're seeing it. You think, your doorway is 90 degrees, so you draw everything at 90-degree angles, but that's not the case when you're looking at it, that everything is not at 90-degree angles. So let's have a look. So here would be your viewfinder that you'd go through here. And the things that you would start drawing on here, you would be comparing things. You'd be holding your pencil straight out, and you'd be looking at angles. Like if you held your pencil straight out, oh, that's not a very good line here. Let me just get rid of that one here. I'll put a better line up. So if you were to hold your pencil straight out at horizontal, you do not have a horizontal line going through the doorway here. You have more of a bit of a triangle kind of a thing going on. So what we're going to do here is when you have your plastic picture plane held up, you're going to be looking at these little angles, right? So look here at this angle here. So that you're going to be drawing that. That's not a 90-degree angle that you have there. You're going to be drawing that. And then have a look at other things too. What about sorry, I'm using a tablet, so my drawing isn't exactly perfect here, but you'll be drawing these kind of things, these lines that are going on here in your drawing. And you're going to be using those to transfer to your drawing when you're finished. So have a look at those kinds of things. You'll be holding up your pencil to look at these angles as well when you draw things. And then you can go in and you can draw as much of the shape as you want to draw in here. It's up to you. This is what you're going to use. You'll be always looking at what you're drawing. You're always looking at what you're drawing. But if you use this plastic picture plane here, you can see there's a few more details that you may have missed without drawing them in there. Eventually, as you go in there, I tend to start drawing shapes in here. I don't do too much, a ton of detail in here. I might draw the negative space in between that in this, I don't know what, I've got an easel out there. I might draw the lines of the shapes that I'm seeing here. There's another wall outside, that kind of thing. But you're really looking, when you're holding your pencil up, and you're looking at the different angles that are going on. So for example, if I took this line, well, this clothes hook rack, well, it's pretty close to horizontal. It's not exactly horizontal, but it's pretty darn close. So when you're going in there, you can go and you can draw, the shape of that if you like, making sure you're getting in the right spot. But look at the negative spaces that are created as well, and draw some of those negative spaces on your plastic picture plane. It's going to help you when you go and transfer this um, onto your actual page. And note you've got your crosshairs here as well, so that's going to help you for reference. So that's just what you're doing with the plastic picture plane when you're drawing the doorway, is you're holding it up and you're going to be drawing in just some basic shapes and the basic things that you see coming across there that you think are going to be important for your drawing. Look for as many negative space things as you can as you're drawing them in there. Some lines, as you can see, I think this is stairwell behind here, that kind of thing. And you'll be referring to this often, but then at least you can refer to your plastic picture plane back and forth as you go when you're completing this drawing. So that's how you're going to use your plastic picture plane as you hold it up. And remember, you're holding it out. Hold your elbow out straight. This is the same when you hold your pencil up and you're doing comparisons to see what the angles are for everything to horizontal. This thick red line, pretending that would be your pencil holding it up. You can see that compared to horizontal, these lines are not horizontal, right? So you've got an angle in here coming down, maybe, I don't know, 20 degrees, 15 degrees, something like that, going down in there. And so those are the sort of things when people are holding up their pencil, they're looking, what is the angle that this line, the top of this window, is making compared to horizontal? And you're drawing that angle compared to horizontal in there. The same if you had your pencil, or we can look down at this one here. The bottom of the door is almost horizontal, but the top sorry, the bottom of the window is almost horizontal, but the top of the window is not. And so that's interesting too, because you may have actually drawn them in exactly the same angle, and the way this door is looking, it's not drawing that same way. And the same if we were to do a perfectly horizontal line here, you could compare things to horizontal, and you can see that this window here, the way the door is open, is not a perfect horizontal. It's just ever so, sorry, not horizontal, perfect vertical. It's ever so slightly off. Not too bad, but it is a little bit off. And those are the kinds of angles that you're going to be looking for when you're drawing. So you can hold up your plastic picture plane and you can go in there and draw. This way you're going to ensure as well that you're going to get the doorknob in the right spots. I mean, so often I get people drawing their doors and then all of a sudden the doorknob is up here. Well, these are sort of things that we're looking at and that this plastic picture plane will help us with. Okay, so that's how to use your plastic picture plane. So let's move on to how we're actually going to be drawing this on our paper.